Hello again, and welcome to another episode of Hashtag Now Smoking. I'm Gary Korb, executive editor at cigaradvisor.com, and this week I'm smoking something that I call exciting and new. Yes, it's the La Libertad Robusto from Villiger Cigars. And now the La Libertad selection is not new, but this blend sure is. So let's get right to it. Okay, now Villiger now has their own factory in Estelí, Nicaragua, so it was made there at the Villiger de Nicaragua factory. It is a 5x52 Robusto. The strength, I'm going to say, is medium full. The wrapper is Nicaraguan Criollo with a Cibao Valley Dominican binder and all Nicaraguan Jalapa and Estelí filler. Okay, now you'll find the Robusto in boxes of 20 cigars, 5 packs and singles at Famous Smoke Shop, aka famous-smoke.com. All right, so let's get to the cigar. Now, you could begin the story of the La Libertad selection with what a long, strange trip it's been. Okay. Now, the reason for that is the brand started out by being made in Honduras by Plasencia, and at the same time in the Dominican Republic at the ABAM factory in Santo Domingo. And they offered these different blends for different markets. Now, all of that has changed. Okay. In October of last year, Villiger opened up their own factory, the Villiger de Nicaragua, which went operational with help from Hoya de Nicaragua. Okay, now as a result, the La Libertad blend was tweaked and the line was pared down to just 3 shades. The packaging has also been updated with a bolder red, black, and white color scheme. I think it really pops, and you get a black footband at the foot of the cigar, which I also think is really, really nice. Now, taking a closer look at the cigar, I really like the color pattern of those graphics and that kind of checkerboard kind of thing that's going on there. And as I mentioned, there's that secondary band at the foot, which gives the cigar, I think, a little bit more, panache, whatever you want to call it. Now, the Criollo wrapper has an evenly spread dark chocolate color that really glistens with an oily shine when the light hits it at the right spot. And there are a couple of vein trails on here, but there's really nothing too distracting. Okay, now the cigar was firmly rolled. It had a triple seam cap, which flipped right off. And I like this 5x52 dimensions. And the cigar really feels good in my hand too. And the cold draw had this like undeniable raisin flavor. And as soon as I took that first pull, I thought I got some like tart fruit, and then bang, raisin right down the pipe. Okay, Act 1 here. The session began fruity, somewhere closer to apricot and sweet, okay? Now, the cigar also had this good, firm draw, and it takes a little while to settle in, but once it does, a leathery flavor arrives, and I got this really nice, well-balanced mix of leather, fruit, a little sweetness in there, and the smoke is impressively smooth with a medium body, okay? Now, by the first half inch, the cigar really found its groove. The burn has been razor sharp. The ash has been solid gray, super firm. And look at the smoke. Really nice smoke output. Now, up to now, I've been getting kind of a tightly knit mix of leather, charred fruit, and sweet tobacco. The body's right down the middle, as I said, medium, well balanced. Here in about the middle of the first third, I'm getting some nutmeg and cedar, and that's nice too. It comes in there and almost seems like that cedar was just what the smoke needed, and everything just like snaps right into place. So if you're ready to see what's next, don't go away. Wow, look at that smoke output, right? It's great, and really nice ash. Now, another thing I've noticed about this cigar, it is a slow burner, and that's a good thing. And another good thing is that the flavors really haven't changed very much. The most dominant flavor seems to be this kind of tart fruit thing. And I like how it melds with the leathery flavor and that sweet tobacco. And there are even a few baking spice notes in there that float around, and it's like the sweet spot of the cigar kind of locks in and then runs right through the entire midsection of the cigar. But something else is adrift. The strength seems to be picking up. So stay tuned and I'll tell you how the story ends. All right, here we are in the last third. And so at this point, the flavors have transitioned to a much kind of like a darker end of the spectrum, and the body is more medium full. So the cigar takes a bolder turn, yet the cigar remains impressively consistent in flavor and balance and smoke output. All right. And based on my experience with the earlier sample I had a few days ago, I'm going to leave it in probably about another inch or so. So hang on, because my final thoughts are next. Let me tell you something. This was one of the best cigars I've had from Villiger, and I've had a lot of them. Okay, now maybe it's the new factory, definitely the blend. What they've got here is a relaxing smoke that's rich in flavor, exceedingly smooth, mostly medium in body, and it has this determined boldness that just kind of stops short of full throttle. Now, if you're one of those cigar smokers who hasn't paid much attention to Villiger, now is the time to get in on the act. Now, the cigars have always been top quality, but this La Libertad could easily stand shoulder to shoulder with cigars from, say, Crown Heads or HBC, and yes, even Joya de Nicaragua. And with so many cigars going up in price, when you compare the quality of the tobaccos, the mix of flavors, and the length of time it takes to finish, the La Libertad Robusto is a damn good value. So I hope you're going to take a closer look at the La Libertad line, because if you like top drawer Nicaraguans, I think you're going to be very pleasantly surprised. And there you have it. Remember, you'll find the La Libertad cigar selection and all of the other wonderful cigars from Villiger at famous-smoke.com. And for more cigar reviews, advice, and news, follow us at cigaradvisor.com, as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube, where you can like this video, thank you very much, and subscribe. Please also click the notifications bell so you'll always know when a new Cigar Advisor video has been uploaded. That's all for this week's Hashtag Now Smoking review. I'm Gary Korb, and thanks for watching.